Hey, today we're gonna talk about a clown. No, not that clown. This clown. He really looks evil in that picture. He could be also known as the Antichrist. I have made other videos that talked about evil. Go ahead and subscribe, give a thumbs up, and go ahead and hit the bell. Thank you. Close to home in my state, California, I've gotten so upset with all these executive orders that he keeps on putting out there. There's so much information out there that I am getting, but the regular media is not reporting it. And this recall that they have for recalling Gavin Newsom 2020, this governor is just doing whatever he feels like he can do. We have to get this guy out of office. He's destroying California. There's so many stories out there that the mask that he bought to go ahead and protect us, and he bought them from China. And he went ahead and didn't ask a company in the Bay Area that could maybe produce them, and that would have created more jobs there. But he just decided to go ahead and get these masks out of China. And there's so much corruption and crookedness going on, not only in California but throughout the whole world. And the United States is a big part of it. So many other things that I could talk about. This video would be a lot longer. All the corruption, that's, I could say that over and over again. All the corruption that is going on. It's mind-boggling. This isn't about the president. This is about our governor, Gavin Newsom of California. I want to go ahead and show you this right here. And here's another one I want to show you. So that's some of the things that Gavin Newsom has done. It's absolutely ridiculous on how long Disneyland is closed and how much longer it is going to be closed. Nobody knows. So I got a couple of videos on here. I hope you're with me throughout this whole video and get more educated. If you haven't seen any of these videos, please, on the bottom in the description, I'll have more links. Also, if you go ahead and please leave a comment, any feedback or anything like that, it'd be very appreciated.
The petition is calling on Californians to recall radical leftist Governor Gavin Newsom from office. One America's Pearson Sharp has the details.
California Governor Gavin Newsom is quickly going down as the most unpopular governor in the state's history. He's already faced numerous efforts at a recall, with the latest petition from Recall Gavin 2020 building significant momentum heading into its November deadline. Newsom's blunders are numerous, and most recently, the governor has come under fire over his mishandling of the coronavirus pandemic in California. On Sunday, Newsom's director of the Department of Public Health resigned in disgrace after a major blunder over the state's coronavirus response. Dr. Sonia Angel submitted her resignation after it was revealed that more than 250,000 of the state's coronavirus testing records had been neglected and were uncounted. As a result, testing data was delayed by nearly a week, leading to inaccurate case numbers statewide. This is especially concerning for the thousands of business owners across the state who have watched their businesses get totally wiped out by Newsom's oppressive and tyrannical lockdown. Newsom has repeatedly ignored the state's constitution and has used his executive authority to change some 400 laws since he took office, including 46 executive orders just since the pandemic began.
We see this as an opportunity to reshape the way we do business and how we govern, for reimagining a more progressive era as it relates to capitalism.
Newsom's more progressive era for capitalism appears to be putting hardworking residents out of business and instead handing out money to illegal aliens. This spring, Newsom dished out over $125 million to illegal aliens struggling under the pandemic, while demanding that real, legal residents who lost their jobs thanks to him must still pay their property taxes on time, even though schools are closed. Now parents are suing the governor for refusing to open schools, claiming Newsom is denying science and putting special interests ahead of the well-being of California's children. This follows studies which show children are extremely unlikely to either contract or pass the coronavirus on to other children or their teachers. And while he's putting business owners out of work and locking up residents who do try to work, he's also releasing tens of thousands of hardened criminals back onto the streets for fear they might catch coronavirus in jail. In March, Newsom commuted the sentences of 19 felons convicted of murder, including one convict who murdered a pregnant woman and several others who killed children. But now residents have a chance once again to remove Newsom from office and take back their state. Recall Gavin 2020 is putting volunteers out on the streets to collect roughly 2 million signatures needed to remove the governor. Organizers say anyone who's interested can visit the site recallgavin2020.com to download and sign a petition. While residents say they're fed up with Gavin Newsom, the recall won't work unless Californians actually get active and sign the petition. And according to organizers, now is the time to act.
So Gavin Newsom has the right, when we're in an emergency situation, to go ahead and do executive orders. So I don't understand what this has to do. He signed an executive order to ban gas-powered cars. So here's a article up here about that, and also I got a video right after.
Major new environmental initiative, which includes ending the sale of gas-powered cars and trucks. Governor Newsom announced the initiative just this morning. He says it will dramatically advance the state's progress toward a low-carbon future. As part of the initiative, the governor is ordering state regulators to come up with requirements to end the sale of new gas-powered vehicles by the year 2035.
In the next 15 years, we will eliminate in the state of California the sales of internal combustion engines. We will move forward to green and decarbonize our vehicle fleet here in the state of California. As a consequence, substantially reducing greenhouse gas emissions as well as oxide nitrogen.
If you haven't already, please sign the petition to recall this governor. He needs to go, because not only if he doesn't get recalled, there are talks about him possibly running for the president of the United States. We do not want him to be president of the United States, because all you have to do is look around California and how terrible this state has become. The next video is Gavin Newsom getting prayed over. Yeah, he needs a lot of prayer. That was nice of these people to go ahead and do this, but he turns around and does other executive orders after this. And it's like, hasn't he learned? This man definitely needs a lot of prayer.
Down below in the description, there is a link there for you to follow Jesus.
This perfect storm, the debate is over around climate change. Just come to the state of California. Observe it with your own eyes. It's not an intellectual debate. It's not even debatable.
You gotta be kidding me.
We're in the midst of a climate emergency. We're in the midst of a climate crisis. We are experiencing weather conditions the likes of which we've never experienced in our lifetime. We're experiencing what so many people predicted decades and decades ago, but all of that now is reality.
Climate change, that's what's causing all these fires here in California. This video is down in Fresno. Kamala Harris and Gavin Newsom were having a meeting there about the fires that were going on in California.
We are in Fresno, California at Fire Department 11 on Barstow and Fresno Street. Facebook definitely has a problem with the truth. You guys, the reason we keep getting disconnected is because they're blocking. I was streaming from my personal page. This is James Toke, and my stream was fine. Now our service is getting interrupted. That's why you're seeing breaks in my coverage right now. Drain the swamp! Drain the swamp!
Drain the swamp! Drain
You turn this, Harris is checking you out.
Let me go to school! Let me go back to school!
Give us our jobs! We need our jobs! We need our jobs! We respect our police and we love them. We want to defend the police. Smartest thing she could ever do would be to step out here and take a few questions.
I know, if she was actually had the courage to do it.
Yeah, it would take
Clearly
courage.
doesn't. Here goes Kamala Harris, everybody.
This is Kamala's motorcade here, getting the heck out.
Didn't speak to anyone. Hiding Biden. Hiding Biden. All right.
Share this.
There it is.
Share this. This is Kamala's motorcade. This is all her press convoy.
That's unbelievable, isn't it?
It follows her. She has her own, her and Gavin have their own press convoy, and they don't let any local press come in and ask questions.
She's running for vice president.
Yeah! That's right. This is what they call the silent majority, when they're not so silent anymore.
This effort to recall California Governor Gavin Newsom's heating up with hundreds of thousands of signatures already collected. Here's One America's Pearson Sharp.
These are the scenes in cities across California as residents rally together to remove Governor Gavin Newsom from office. The latest effort comes from Recall Gavin 2020 with a website of the same name, and according to the organizers, it's already getting off to a great start.
The petition is doing excellent. We actually are past the verification stage in terms of number of signatures gathered, and we have boxes and tons of mail coming in every day, many with 5 and 10 signatures fully filled out.
Mike Netter, one of the lead organizers, says the latest effort has millions of dollars worth of signatures so far. They also have trained over 400 volunteers to manage events in nearly every county in California, what Mike called an army of volunteers. In just the last 10 days, over 5 million emails have been sent out to Republicans all over the state, with the contribution list growing to over 3,000 donors. Mike says these are concerned Californians from all backgrounds who just want to take back the governor's office and turn their state around. After just over a year in office, so far, Governor Gavin Newsom has managed to dramatically raise taxes. He's promoted sanctuary cities. He suspended the death penalty, which Californians voted for. He protects criminals and prevents illegal aliens from being deported. Newsom is still trying to spend billions of dollars on a train to nowhere. He reduced border security. He fought President Trump's efforts to build a wall and supported legislation punishing Californian companies who do work on the wall. And he even tried to remove President Trump from the ballots for the 2020 election. And that's just the beginning.
I think Americans are kind of waking up in general and saying we can't let politicians run our state to the ground. But the number of issues that Gavin Newsom has built up is incredible. But I think it really boils down to one fact: he's not fit to lead our state. We have bad leadership in California, and bad leadership leads to bad things. And I think people are becoming cognizant of it.
Recall organizers say anyone who's interested can visit the recallgavin2020.com website to download and sign a petition or donate money and contribute to the cause. Mike explained that donations go a long way to making the recall effective, and even if you don't live in California, helping stop California's radicalism can keep it from spreading to other states. The effort must collect roughly 2 million signatures to remove the governor, and Mike says for simply the price of a postage stamp, Californians could see a new governor in office by next month.
So while I'm making this video, there is so many things being censored. How Facebook is not allowing you to see things on other people's news feed. Just things are being taken off. You think you got something on your page that it'll show up on your page, but it won't show up on anybody else's page. Unbelievable how biased Facebook is, how biased Twitter, YouTube. So hopefully this video has no problem. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. This is Jedi's for Jesus signing off.